The Out of Bounds Show podcast is presented by the premium cigars at Havana Smoke Shop. Visit their 2 locations, I-55 in Jackson and on the Res, for your premium cigar needs. Only at Havana Smoke Shop.
Speaking of game, let's go LSU Ole Miss. Dave Bartu on the Out of Bounds Show. This is a monster game here in the state of Mississippi this weekend. It's on CBS, 2:30, 12:30 your time. Weird. You don't run numbers like this, but we're told LSU's only dressing out 55 guys, but they beat Mullen and our scholarship guys. They beat Mullen and the Gators last week, and Ole Miss has had a couple of good wins, Arkansas and Tennessee. What do you see in this game, LSU at Ole Miss, Bartu?
Well, but by the number, it depends on what numbers we're looking at, right? I mean, if we're looking at just the game, non-gambling numbers, and you look at these two teams here, it's incredibly offensive slanted in the football game. Obviously, Ole Miss has a very, very good offense, but LSU has been carried by their offense as well year to date. Right now, where are we at? We're at 30th in the country in scoring efficiency for LSU on offense, 83rd on defense. And Ole Miss, you have 15th on offense and 78th on defense. These two teams aren't that far apart. They're really not. I mean, other than win-loss record and firing your head coach and everybody being pissed and dressing out 55 versus 85, they're not that far apart on paper. And
Tell me the numbers again. Drop those numbers again where they're ranked.
Okay, so on offense, LSU's 30, Ole Miss is 15. And this is scoring efficiency. This isn't points per game or anything like that. This is scoring efficiency. This levels out their ability to score the football. And on defense, Ole Miss is 78th, which is a huge improvement over last year. And LSU is 83rd. So you have two crappy defenses. You have two C-, D+ defense, not very good defenses. And you have a B grade and an A grade offense, which, going back to the numbers, these things match up. I think this is the best bet in the SEC this week. Okay, the total opened at 75.5. It moved up to 76.5 to 76. I'm guessing right now the numbers, if you're looking at them, it's either 76 or 76.5 on your board. Okay, so you have an open at 75.5. Now, in the month of October, in the first week of November, an open at 75.5 goes over, regardless of which way it goes. Okay, it goes over 77% of the time. So the trends say bet the over, and here we have a game with two offenses that are vastly better than both defenses. It all matches up for me, in the spreadsheet. So if there's one game that I like in the SEC, or one total to bet this week in the SEC, my favorite and the only one I would recommend is LSU Ole Miss over 76 points.
LSU Ole Miss over. All right.
Yep. And whatever number you get, it doesn't have to be 75.5 or 76 or 76.5. If you go through the whole trend of the open at 75, that is, in this window we're looking at, not the whole season, just this little 3, 4, 5, this 4-week window, it has hit over 77% of the time.
Okay.
So to me, that is a good value in the number. And then when we go back to the scoring efficiency numbers, where it's highly weighted for both offenses, that just makes it that much better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait till tomorrow. LSU at Ole Miss.
If the numbers play out, it should be a barn burner. I mean, it really should. And if you look at the spread, it opened at -12, and it dropped down to -9, -9.5. Now, on that move in October, the road team is 10-4 to cover that move. Okay, up to 9.5. So you might be talking. So if we're going to go over 76 points, so we need somebody at 40. We need somebody at 35. Nope, that's 37. So we might be looking at 45. LSU covers. Let's say they're within a touchdown. 40. How about 45-38? God, wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
That would be tasty. So, in fact, that's what we'll go with, right? just for fun. But I think offensively it should be the most entertaining football game in the SEC this weekend.
Dave Bartu, Show Me the Money, powered by the Golden Moon Casino Sportsbook. Dave joins us on the Bell's Two-Hearted Ale guest line. All right, Bartu, with Ole Miss ranked 78th in defensive scoring efficiency, does that mean Durkin's done a good job this year?
No. But relative to his career, he hasn't done a good job. And I think, and at 78th, I don't think he's done it. The offense is carrying this whole thing. Matt Corral's carrying the whole thing.
No doubt.
Right? So the issue with DJ is that his career on the field is a good defensive coordinator when he doesn't have to face a huge volume of plays. Okay, if he's in the mid 50s, the low 60s, because he doesn't have a good substitution pattern. He's not a hockey style defensive coordinator coach, and so these fast pace of plays really get him down. He's not very flexible, and so the way Lane wants to run the offense, it doesn't fit well with what Durkin does on defense. So if the offense, when you lose Corral, if you don't replace it with somebody that can keep the scoring efficiency going at this pace. If next year, if Lane's there and he is still running the same pace but without the efficiency of a Matt Corral, the defense is still going to struggle, and then the whole team's going to struggle.
Yeah.
So to me, I didn't think it was a good fit from day one. We said that on the show, that he would struggle with Lane's offense. I think Ole Miss can be better with a better defensive coordinator that handles Lane's pace. Not necessarily a better defensive coordinator, because his grade is good for his career. He just isn't good at handling 70, 75, 80 plays a game.